And now, ladies and gentlemen, it is my great pleasure to invite Yang Berhormat Datuk Sri Diraja Dr. Zamri Abdul Kadir, Minister of Higher Education, to deliver his welcoming address. Please welcome Yang Berhormat Datuk Sri Diraja Dr. Zamri.
I prefer to be here, so that podium is meant for our special guest. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh dan salam sejahtera. Oh ya, tak payah dia kan? So, this is being a practice. Well, I'm not sure whether I'm going to read the text or not, but let me address the list of salutations here. Yang bahagia Datuk KSU, Datuk Dr. Azman Timbalan KSU, Datuk Dr. Azlinda, seterusnya Professor Joseph MASSAD, in Arabic how you pronounce it, tapi dia tengok MASSAD, tapi dia kata tak. Jangan tambah dia O jadi lain lah. Tapi MASSAD, I told them, be careful about calling that name. So, dalam bahasa Arab, he understand. Because Professor Joseph speak Arabic because he's originally from Palestine and moved to Jordan, born and raised in Jordan. Jadi cakap Arab lah banyak dia. And Professor Emeritus Dr. Osman Bakar, Vice Chancellors, academic communities, tuan-tuan dan puan-puan sekalian. It's a great honor and pleasure to receive Professor Joseph MASSAD from Columbia University. We're delighted that you have accepted our invitation to be with us. In fact, it was in my, rather casual, I would say, my conversation with him a couple of days ago in Ipoh. Then I began to, get to know this man and also to get connected to him right away after listening to his speech. He was a panel during our WCIT World Conference on Islamic Thought and Civilization recently held in Ipoh. So I told him I would love to have you with us today to further enlighten us with your thought and ideas, especially on Islam as well as on settlers, colonialism, the concept of colonialism. Because I would like to also to highlight to all of you, Professor Joseph is a student. That's what he's informed me just now, that he is a student of Professor Edward Said, one of our most celebrated intellectuals in the 20th century. So we have to remember now today we are going to listen to this, his thought on colonialism as well. So at the Ministry of Higher Education, we have long upheld the tradition of welcoming our distinguished scholars from around the world. We believe that universities flourish when they become meeting places of ideas where scholars from different intellectual traditions engage one another with openness, mutual respect, and rigorous debate. Knowledge grows out not in isolation, but through dialogues across borders, disciplines, and perspective. It was with this spirit in mind that I personally proposed to my ministry that Professor MASSAD be invited to Malaysia. His distinguished academic career, extensive scholarship, and willingness to engage with some of the most challenging questions of our time make him one of the important voices in contemporary intellectual discourse. Professor MASSAD's work on colonialism, particularly his analysis of settler colonialism. Now, he mentioned this, just now he mentioned to me and to Professor Osman, he's working on his latest book. It's going to be what he calls it, the door stoppers book. It's going to be like this thick, probably more than 1,000 pages. Offers a significant framework for understanding many of today's global conflict and historical realities. Whether one agrees with every aspect of his conclusions or not, serious scholarships invite us to think ethically, to question prevailing assumptions, and to examine history with intellectual honesty. Universities have a responsibility to provide space for such engagement. Equally important is Professor MASSAD's contribution to discussion on the representation of Islam and the phenomenon of Islamophobia. Yeah, probably people might question where he's from, whether he is from, originally, whether he is from the same Islamic, adherence, or otherwise. It doesn't matter, because we have also our scholars around the world, especially scholars like Professor Edward Said, who has been a defender of Islam and its representations. That also applies to our Professor MASSAD here. So at a time when misunderstanding, prejudice, and polarization continue to shape public discourse in many parts of the world, scholarly inquiry plays a vital role in promoting deeper understanding, historical awareness, and informed dialogues. Such conversations are particularly relevant in a plural and multicultural nations like Malaysia, where mutual respect and peaceful coexistence remain among our highest aspirations. As a university community and as a ministry entrusted with shaping the future of higher education, we believe that academic freedom carries with it intellectual responsibility. We encourage a robust debate conducted with civility, evidence, and respect for differing views. Yeah. Sometimes in Malaysia, for your information, professors, we have all kind of different view. Malaysia like to express, especially in today's world, with the AI world, they will come up with all their ideas, and sometimes with the 3-minute TikToks ideas. So, but one thing is good about our societies here. We have the mutual respect among ourselves. We agree to disagree. And of course, we disagree in many things. We also agree in many things. Yeah. And I believe, Professor MASSAD, once again, let me take this opportunity to thank you for being with us today, and also for accepting our invitation. We deeply appreciate your presence here